Hello amigos of glory and victory. I have a very cool lesson for you today. This lesson has a few different elements. They're all very, very simple, but combined I think they sound quite good. And more importantly, because there are a few elements today, you have the opportunity to take one or more elements and head off in your own direction. I really always encourage you here on the channel to play things your own way, to develop your own style, to improvise your own playing. And this is no different. So I'm going to give you some guidelines, some structures, some ideas. And I do not suggest trying to copy me. I suggest trying to take what I show you and moving forwards with your own style, incorporating what you've learned previously from other people, from myself, whatever. So let me play for you for a minute or two, and then we'll talk about how we can get you playing some cool stuff. Cool. So there's a bit going on there. I started off with a quieter, more melodic strum, and I ended up with some percussive strums. Those are lessons in themselves, but I'll talk you through the basics. The first thing about today's lesson is this chord. So it's a form of an A minor chord. I guess it would probably be like an A minor 9 if we were being technical. But I just think about it, open A string, 7th fret of the D string, 5th fret of the G string. So those are the A minor sounds. And then this B note, the open second string, is not usually in A minor, so it gives a real color. That's the 9. And then the open high E string, which is in an A minor chord. So that chord, even just on its own, is pretty gnarly. I think I got that chord from Metallica, The Call of the Cthulhu. Yeah. So I think that's quite a good example of how, in this case, an instrumental heavy metal song from a couple decades ago has found its way into my Spanish guitar style playing. And I think it works pretty well. So you can call it an A minor chord, A minor 9. That might be all you learn today, and that would be perfectly fine. If you just learnt a new chord, I'd be stoked. Now, I'm playing that with my 3rd and 1st fingers. As a result, my 4th finger, my pinky finger, is free, and you'll notice it's conveniently located to play some notes. So that's exactly what we're going to do with it. Playing this nice A minor chord, or A minor 9, I put my pinky finger down at the 7th fret of the high E string. That's a pretty cool sound. And you can go up to the 8th fret. The 8th fret is the minor 3rd of A. The 7th fret is that 2nd note, and back open. As always with my lessons, I will put up a tab on my Patreon page, link in description. And on my Patreon page as well, I put an advanced deep dive where if you understand this lesson and you're playing a bit of this stuff, we go deeper on Patreon. So I welcome you to come and do that. And since I'm doing the YouTube thing, like and subscribe. Cool, so that's the first chord I was playing. You can play with your thumb. That's just downstrokes or down up. Or first finger, down up, down up. It's outside the scope of this video for me to teach you the Spanish like trills, rasguados. I have other videos on those, but basically you can strum however the hell you want, really. That's the point, isn't it? That's kind of, that at the end of the day, you can strum however you want. And I strummed in a variety of ways, even though I just did that little thing for 2 bars, I strummed in a variety of ways. Now the G chord, so we're doing it, it's kind of an Andalusian cadence because it is A minor, G, F, E. We're just using some funky chords. So the G chord that we're going to play would be open A string, even though it doesn't belong in a G chord. 5th fret of the D string, 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B, open E string. And on Patreon, I'm going to explain how if you take a G bar chord, we're just playing part of that chord, but with open strings, and we're going to take that a lot deeper on Patreon. So that's a nice chord. That nice open E string and open A string are giving us a kind of dissonance, but a kind of harmony, a kind of beauty that we look for in our Spanish guitar. And then again, the pinky is perfectly positioned to play the 5th fret of the high string. And I love that chord. So far we've got 2 chords. After the G, we're going to do exactly the same thing on the F. So simply move that chord down 2 frets. So move the whole thing down 2 frets and you've got an F major 7 actually. And I'm just using my pinky to play that 3rd fret of the high string. And then a big E chord. So many Spanish guitar, flamenco guitar styles end with a big E chord. This is no different. You can do some of the big da 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 da. Do it with 1 finger, or a few fingers, or a plectrum. I also did some percussive stuff there. I'll show you quickly, even though, as I said, I do have other videos on this and it's not really the scope of this video, but with 3 fingers I was hitting not the bridge itself, but just in front of the bridge. I was hitting that. And if you, while I'm fretting an E chord. If you hit it nicely, the guitar will resonate nicely. Those same fingers, strike, so they come back, wah, wah. Then I hit the body of the guitar, just slap it. And then 1 more flick. So it's like hit, flick, slap, flick, hit, flick, slap, flick. As I said, I won't get too distracted and going into the percussive stuff. I have videos on that and I will do more videos. I might even do it tomorrow actually. We haven't done it for a while on the channel, so I might do it tomorrow. Today, as I said, we're doing this. I really hope that's been helpful to someone out there. As I said, a lot of the things I did, I know I rushed. Like in my demonstration, I played a fair bit differently to how I showed you, only because I added some faster strums and things like that. But the core of what I've taught is the core of what I played. And I am strongly encouraging you to get out there, do your 1 finger, multiple fingers, whole hand, grab your pick, do your finger picking. Whatever you can think of or whatever you've learnt over time, I'm just here to give you some stepping stones, some guidelines. Sometimes I call them Lego blocks, just 1 more little bit of knowledge and we build on that and practice it with all the other things you know. So I thank you very much for watching. As I said before, like and subscribe. Jump on my Patreon if you want more advanced lessons and tablature. And just play your guitar and have a good time, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so, so much.